studying, going to the retreats, doing the meditations, reading all the self-help books, all the things everybody's doing except this one thing. And if you did this one thing for the next 5, 6 months, you'll be completely unrecognizable. You won't know who you are. And in a good way, that old version of you will no longer be a part of you. You will have shifted your frequency. You'll be vibrating at a higher level. Your thoughts and emotions will be completely in your control. You will be the creator of your own reality. Now, this one thing is very simple, and this is the act of silence. Someone said, and I can't say who it was, I can't remember, that all mankind's problems come from the inability to sit in a room quietly. And how true is that today? With social media, our phones, sapping all of our energy, programming people with lust, pulling their attention away from themselves and the things that matter to them most. But the one thing you can do is practice this act of silence and have a way of doing it. What you'll want to do is every night before you go to bed and every morning when you wake up. The ritual is important here. The consistency is more important than how long you do it for. Find somewhere where you can be quiet and undisturbed. And I can understand this is not easy to do these days. Put your phone on silent, put it in another room, get away from the kids for a second, all right? Sit in a chair with your left palm up and your right palm down. Now, I'm not going to explain too much into why this works, but it just does. And I encourage you to try it before you begin skeptically questioning what this actually is. Try it for yourself, okay? Because if you start believing it doesn't work, then it's already lost its power before you even start. With your left palm up and your right palm down, closing your eyes, and then taking a few deep breaths, but then breathing regularly. And then noticing where there's tension in your body. And guaranteed, if you're any human being in the 21st century, there is tension in your body somewhere, right? Bring awareness to that part of you, because oftentimes we store emotional energy within our bodies. Emotions that are trapped within your body that manifest as tension, manifest as disease over time. And bringing awareness to those areas, just the awareness itself will allow these areas to loosen up. Let go. And in doing that for just a couple minutes, you'll be fully relaxed. You'll have opened up your nervous system to a sort of energy that's always all around us. It's the same energy we tap into when we're doing yoga, tai chi, we're going on, even on a walk, a nature walk. You're in touch with this universal energy. And once you're in that state, you can now practice being in a state of silence. You'll notice all the chatter in your mind. You've relaxed your body, but your mind is still chattering away. And just take the place of an observer. Look at these thoughts as not you. Your thoughts are not you at all. In any sense, you are not your thoughts. At a soul level, your soul doesn't have thoughts. Your soul just is. It's just here and it just is. It exists, right? It has nothing to do. It doesn't have an agenda or anything like that. It just exists. And so the idea of this exercise is to get to that level, the center of your being and who you are. So you must shed the thoughts, not by fighting them, but by simply observing them and knowing that they're not you. And you'll notice something interesting happens. As soon as you're the observer, just looking at your thoughts, oh, what's my next thought going to be? There'll be no thoughts. You won't see any thoughts. And when you're in that state, now you've reached a true state of silence. This is something so rare and so profound that I would almost call it a superhuman ability now. Because at one time, this was a very natural thing that everyone had access to. We've lost touch with this part of ourselves. And then we wonder why we're so stressed out, why we feel so energetically drained, why we feel so burnt out. And in doing that, you'll begin to get intuitive whispers that come up, intuitive parts of your mind that will not only give you certain creative inspiration, certain ideas that you may have never thought of, a little bit of guidance like an internal GPS, knowing where you want to go and taking you there. And in doing that, and in maybe even listening to this voice and taking action, you'll find in 5 or 6 months you will not be who you are. Those intrusive thoughts that come in your head, that rage that you get when somebody cuts you off in traffic, those people at work that piss you off all the time, will simply not bother you. And you'll see this happening even after just 1 month of doing this. And I have an exercise down below that you can get completely free called the Universal Life Force Starter Guide. It's completely free. You download it. It has a whole how to do this. You can get it yourself. And until next time, peace.